Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be breaking down Tua Tagovailoa's game against the Baltimore Ravens in a quick film session. We're going to be breaking down everything from today's game. Before we get started, please drop me a quick like and a sub on today's video. It would really help my channel grow. I'd really appreciate that. With that said, let's dive right into the video, and I hope you enjoy. So Tua, was fantastic. Against Baltimore, it started off a little bit rough. Threw a couple interceptions in the first half, but in that second half, put the team on his back and really proved that he's the guy for the Miami Dolphins. 36 for 50 through the air for 469 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, an elite day. And this was kind of what we were expecting from Tua with, new wide receiver in Tyreek Hill coming to Miami. Obviously, the repertoire with Jaylen Waddle continuing to be added to. And this offense looked really good in the second half. Sure, they got off to a slow start, but Tua really commanded this offense in the second half. He looked in total control through every single ball. We're going to dive into it right here, right now. Let's dive into the film session. So Tua's at his best when he gets the ball out of his hands quickly. And this is one of the first plays of the game, and this is something I really like from Tua. We've seen a lot in previous years from him, especially last year, really getting command of that, just reading the defense and having that option play. Is it a run? Is it a pass? On this play, it's going to be all about what this linebacker does. That's what I love about Tua the most. It's his decision making. And at times in this game, there were a couple iffy decision makings, especially in the first half. But this is a good situation here. So it depends on this linebacker. If this linebacker comes to rush or moves out wide here, right? Tua is going to see that and be able to hit his receiver here. But if the linebacker kind of just stays there, or even drops back over here, right, Jaylen Waddle's not going to be open because the linebacker's going to be covering him, and instead he's going to hand the ball off. So on this play here, right, you're going to watch as Jeremy's play clears, right, Tua is looking over here the entire time. He's looking at Calais Campbell and the linebacker over there. And as he sees those guys freeze, and honestly, the linebacker moves out wide, right, towards the numbers here, which allows the space in the middle, the seam in the middle that Waddle's running into. Tua sees that and delivers a very accurate ball with good power, good accuracy, puts it in front of Waddle so he can go out and catch it and picks up a first down. This is the kind of plays that Tua is elite at. Good decision making, gets the ball out of his hands quickly. This is where Tua really excels. And how about this play from Tua? We've seen his anticipation get better and better. That's always been one of his better traits. His best traits have always been good anticipation, good at getting the ball out of his hands quickly, good at throwing on the run a little bit when he's moving to his left, and decision making really. And I think those are where he excels at, and accuracy, of course. But this is a good throw with anticipation. This is something that I like to see a lot because it's Tua making what should be a little bit of a risky pass because it ends up being kind of into triple coverage, but because he's anticipating it and he's putting the ball in the right spot, it ends up working out. He's gonna have Mike Gesicki here coming across the formation like that on a little in-breaking route. And Tua's just going to sit back in the pocket here. Right, sits back in the pocket. He's just looking over his options. His first read is outside here on the one-on-one. And I really like this, right? You've got a good receiver there. I can't tell if it's Waddle or Hill, but either way, you've got a good receiver matched up one-on-one on the outside. That's always going to be your first look. Right? Anytime you get a one-on-one matchup on the outside, there's not really any safety coverage because this is a lot of space over here. You glance that way, right? But Tua doesn't like it. Goes to a second progression here in Gesicki, sees him tangled up, right? And then sees him break away, right? But at the same time, the Ravens are playing this zone defense. And Tua realizes that. So you've got a guy here, you've got a guy in the middle here. Obviously, they've got, man on the receivers, right? It's just these two guys like guarding these zones in the middle of the field. And Tua sees this opening over here that Gesicki's running into, and these guys aren't quite in. And he's going to anticipate this throw and put it on the dime, right? Look at how he puts it right in the middle of 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders, right where Gesicki's running to. This is a really accurate throw and a good throw with anticipation, right? There are a lot of players in this area for the Ravens defensively, but Tua is able to thread the needle and put it in there to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now, this was Tua's second touchdown of the game. To Mike Gesicki. I'm not going to show you the first touchdown because it was a screen pass to Jaylen Waddle. Another kind of idea of Tua really doing productive things when he's getting the ball out of his hands quickly. On this play here, he's going to have Gesicki coming straight through the seam and then cutting into the middle of the field on an in-breaking route. And Tua's going to drop back, right? And he's just going to survey the field. And to be honest, this is the thing I like about Tua. He's reading the defense. He understands it's going to be zone coverage back there, and everyone's kind of just sitting. You see how everyone's just kind of sitting here, right? This guy's going to sit back. This guy's going to sit back. He's going to sit back. The safety's going to sit back. And Tua's he's got time in the pocket. When Tua has time in the pocket, right? I mean, only two guys are rushing, right, on a 3rd and 13 play. So Tua's going to have all the time in the world, right? He just sits back, waits, and sees that he's got a guy in Gesicki who's behind the defense. I'll show you this in a sec. And he puts the ball high above the entire Baltimore Ravens defense. So you see how there's 1, 2, 3 players, 4, 5 guarding these zones on the field, right? But Gesicki, really smart, really well done, is able to get behind the defense and stands tall, goes up and grabs it. To be honest, I don't love this throw from Tua, right? It's a little bit of a sketchy, dangerous throw. But, he trusts Gesicki. He goes up and gets it. He puts it in a place where only Gesicki can go up and get it. And he's able to come down with 2 feet to make the catch. This is a good throw and a good read by Tua, knowing that he's got to make a play happen on 3rd and 13. And he gets the job done with a touchdown. Also in this game, I think that another thing I really liked was Tua could improvise. And that's another thing that's kind of been an issue in previous seasons. He hasn't really been able to think on his feet and really improvise and be productive while improvising under pressure. On this play here, right, beginning of the 4th quarter, down 21, you need a touchdown, and they're going to get a touchdown here. But this is how Tua does it, right? Gets the snap, sees pressure, right? There's pressure right in his face. He's got Gesicki coming over here, or I don't think it's Gesicki, actually. He's got the tight end going over there. And that's not Tua's first read. It's just his check down. He's trying to get the ball over here to this side. There's nowhere to go with the football. There's a defender on him, and you know what he does? Moves one way, spin move, goes the other way, gets away from pressure, moving to his left on the run, and then simply just going to kind of dump it down there to the tight end there, the wide receiver from the practice squad called up for this game for the touchdown. Creating on the run, right? That was not his first read at all. He wanted to get the ball over here to the right side of the formation, trying to get to Mostert over here or one of these 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. It wasn't there. What did he do? He improvised. He got out of the pocket, and he made a play with his legs and threw for a nice touchdown here to pull the Dolphins within 14 as they ended up, coming back to win this game. And at the same time, Tua, the narrative with Tua over the past few seasons has been this guy doesn't have an arm. He can't throw deep. I think he's still got things to work on with that. I think that he's not as powerful with his arm as he possibly could be because of some mechanic things where he isn't throwing the ball as accurately or as far as he could just because of how he's throwing the football. And I'll kind of explain that in a sec. But nonetheless, he has gotten a lot stronger with his arm. And it's noticeable too. This would not have been a throw that he would have made past couple of seasons. On this play, he's going to have Tyreek Hill literally just running a go route. He is just going to put his head down and go, right? Tua wants to get the ball deep. They want to push the ball. And if Tua can make these throws for the rest of the season, the Dolphins are going to be in for a treat. They're going to have a really good year, and they're going to be really productive. And this is what I mean. So number 1, Tua drops back, right, trying to see if anything's over here. But then he sees that Tyreek Hill's beating his man. He's got some time in the pocket, moves away from the pressure, right, and he steps up and throws an absolute bomb here. But this is what I mean about Tua and why I don't think he's throwing the ball as far as he could. Notice how he's moving almost this way with his body to throw that way. If you want to throw something as hard as you can, you're going to want to be putting all your weight moving this way. But let me just show you once again here, right? So see how when Tua kind of loads, he almost puts some of his weight going this way, which means that some of that energy is dissipated when the football ends up going this way, right? But if he had that weight going that way, then this would be a lot more force throwing the football deep. Anyway, it doesn't matter because this ball is an absolute dime. It's a dot. It's perfect. It comes down right on the money for Tyreek Hill. Ideally, I would have liked Tyreek Hill to kind of run under this a little bit more and catch it over here so Marcus Peters wouldn't have been really involved in the play. But nonetheless, Tyreek Hill comes back for the football, catches it. That's a touchdown. You can't tell me that Tua can't throw the ball deep. That's 48 air yards there. Ideally, it should have been 52, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. It's still a score. It's still a touchdown. And the good thing is Tua makes up for the bad throw that he just made, right? That ended up for a touchdown on this play here. Once again, 3rd and 6. What do you do when in doubt? You're down 7, 5.5 left. You need a big play. You send your man Tyreek Hill deep, and you hope for the best. And this one is on a rope to Tyreek Hill. This was an absolutely perfectly thrown ball. Tua's going to drop back in the pocket, see Tyreek Hill one-on-one downfield. He's beating his man, and look at this ball. Perfectly in stride, on the money. That's a touchdown. Tyreek Hill celebrating. Dolphins tie it up at 35. right? This is a beautifully thrown ball by Tua Tagovailoa. And I was about to say, as Dolphins fans, right, we've seen Ryan Tannehill do this a couple times. But normally when it's Ryan Tannehill, 5-6 years ago, it was overthrown, right? With Tua, he's putting it on the money. He's showing his accuracy downfield. That's another long throw, and it just shows that the Tyreek Hill Tua Tagovailoa connection is legit. It's really opened up massive things for this offense. And how about this? Tua has taken the Dolphins from 21 down in the fourth quarter to tie the game up late. Now, the Baltimore Ravens, they kick a field goal. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. Tua drives them all the way down the field. They got 19 seconds, down 3, second and goal. This is where they win the game. I love this play call by Mike McDaniel here. He's going to have Jaylen Waddle on the inside here, and he's going to have a combo route where Waddle's going to end up freeing himself on this kind of route here, kind of a zig into the end zone. And just look at Tua, right? Putting the ball in the spot where only Waddle can get it. I love the little rub route. You got one receiver going this way, you got another receiver going this way and cutting back that way. This is excellently coached football. And more importantly, right, Tua is looking over here the entire time, right, to start the play. So these corners are slacking off a little bit. Then his second read, second progression, goes through his progressions, looking at Gesicki. Gesicki isn't there. But at this moment, right, Tua realizes there's some pressure, steps up in the pocket, moves outside, and then look at him make that eye contact with Jaylen Waddle. Waddle's going this way. He's beating his man. What's Tua going to do? He's going to move outside. He's going to throw a little dinker on the run, puts it up where only Jaylen Waddle can go up and grab it. Jaylen Waddle is that guy. Tua Tagovailoa is that guy. That's a touchdown, and the Dolphins get the win. And it really comes down to that. Just a great play by Tua and Jaylen Waddle on the same page. I really like this decision-making and the anticipation and pocket presence and awareness from Tua, stepping up in the pocket, getting out, throwing on the run. This is excellent. So Tua really did it all against the Baltimore Ravens. And, as a Dolphins fan in that first half, I was nervous. And I was thinking to myself, maybe Tua isn't the guy. Maybe he's in the answer. He threw a couple, questionable throws, had a bad interception, but he came back and he showed what he was about. Threw 5 touchdowns in the second half, no interceptions, and really just showed what this Dolphins offense is about. If Tua can play like this continuously, and Jaylen Waddle, and there were a lot of other plays, but Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill look explosive. You saw how Tyreek Hill burned past those corners. Tua's putting throws on a dime, right? That's the difference between this year and last year. Tua has more power in his throw. He's getting the ball downfield. He's pushing the ball downfield. But more importantly, he's creating with his legs. He's improvising, right? He's getting outside the pocket when the pressure collapses. He's not just a one-trick pony. He's anticipating better. He's having better decision-making skills. Sometimes they can be a little bit cocky, but overall, he's playing better football. And this game was there were no chance. There were tons of chances where that was clearly obvious. I loved what Tua was able to do. If he can do this against the Bills next week, that'd be fantastic for the Miami Dolphins. But nonetheless, Tua 36 for 50, 72% completion percentage, over 450 yards, 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle are massive parts of that. Really big yards after the catch, but Tua is putting the ball in the right spots. He's doing the right things, and he's made leaps and bounds since last year, and this game was really a testament to that.
And with that said, that's pretty much going to end the video for today. Did you agree with my analysis? Why or why not? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you're new around here, please drop a like and a sub on today's video. I'd really appreciate that. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, see ya.